All right, at this corner we have a Bojangles, we have a Waffle House, and then there's an adult video superstore over there. We are definitely in like a weird rural America. Hello guys, welcome to day 2, or day 3 technically, but day 2 of the videos of my Tennessee Knoxville trip. I just finished doing my laser work for the day. So we are going to go get lunch. It's about 11 o'clock. If we can do an early lunch, because where I was doing the laser stuff happens to be over by a Steak and Shake. So we're about to hit up a Steak and Shake because I didn't film it last time. I'm gonna film it this time. This is Michael's tour of fast food of America. Oh, we made it.
Head west on Parkside Drive toward
here.
Wild Geese Road, then turn right up Steak and Shake.
I'm here.
Your destination is on the right.
No, I'm here. I'm honestly really excited, and I know it's freezing out, but I am going to get a milkshake because why not? They were really good last time. The fries were great. Everything about this place was great. The menu. Lots of steak options. Lots of burger options. And it's like fast food, but they serve you because they're gonna come and take my order. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, that looks so good. As I finish that clip, they brought the burger, so I am totally ready to go. Look at these tiny little fries. They're so crispy. And they're fresh. Alright, time to eat. I'm slowly getting defeated. I made good progress on all of them, but look at the price. That's ridiculously cheap. My drink is 10 cents cheaper than my burger. And the burger's already super cheap. Like, this is super affordable compared to something like In-N-Out or even Five Guys. Oh my god, don't get me started on how much Five Guys costs. Google doesn't approve of this, but I'm on my way back to the hotel and I'm taking the rural kind of back
Slight
roads.
left onto Ball Road.
Shush! Back roads way back, so I could get a feel for the like small town. Slight left. Right here. Okay. Small town.
Continue on Ball Road for
My only gripe with Tennessee, and this is a gripe I had since like the first day I got here, is these roads are so skinny for the size of the car I'm driving. It's terrifying, especially because it's like an undivided road. Yeah, but like I can imagine it being really green if these trees had leaves, but since they actually get winter here, there's no leaves in the trees. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Little farmhouses everywhere. Just a lot of open space that we don't have in California. I guess this area of Tennessee is really known for its national parks and its like open hiking areas. It's a shame that all the parks are closed right now because I can't really go check them out, but I can still drive through all this like beautiful nature and just get a feel of what we're missing in the suburbs. This is very similar to what I did when I went to Oregon. I just kind of got in the car and drove for a while. I have the car, I might as well use it, and it also just, it's beautiful, it's fun to drive.
turn left onto
Shut
Farm Lane.
up! I ain't turning yet. I'ma drive until I get lost, and then you're gonna find my way back. That's the plan. Got it? I'll see you guys back at the hotel. I'm gonna go enjoy this more. Okay, I am back in downtown. I have some tea because it's still pretty cold outside. It's still in the 30s. And we're going to see what Tennessee Knoxville has to offer. We're gonna save the Sun Sphere for last. But right now we're heading to, I believe it's called Market Square. So the courthouse right here is an active courthouse. I thought it wasn't going to be because there was another courthouse like on the other side of the street. It's still active, so it's just an old historical building, but it's not like a building like, where was it? Springfield, Illinois. The old Capitol building was like a museum. This one's not. Now, unlike Boston, where they have the old historical buildings, but they've retrofitted them into like dirty subway stations, and that was a courthouse, and it's still a courthouse. So they're using it for its intended purpose. It's just still in use. All right, so I'm done with the East Tennessee Historical Museum Society thing. That was super interesting. Since it is the South, I did not know that the state was so divided in the Civil War. I don't know how much of it I put in there, but basically Tennessee as a whole voted to secede, but East Tennessee voted overwhelmingly to stay with the Union, so there was like internal strife within Tennessee itself. I'm gonna eat this moon pie, and the guy recommended I go see some sort of mansion, like Blount Mansion or something like that. I don't know what it's called. We're gonna head down that way and then make our way back to Market Square, because I still haven't made it. So I'm passing by the old courthouse, which is still the current courthouse. My moon pie is almost gone. It's very delicious, but it's called the Blount Mansion, not the Blood Mansion, the Blount Mansion. So the Blood Mansion is probably something far more sinister. Blount Mansion, we're heading there, and we can take a look at the river too, because the river's right here. I don't know what they call mansions in Tennessee, but this is a tiny shack. I'm kidding, obviously. That's not the mansion. I'm pretty sure the mansion is like around the corner here. Blount Mansion, this way. And then we'll go check out the river, because the river's looking cool. Yeah, see, this is more what I would consider if someone said mansion from like the 1800s. Nice, quaint little house, but massive for the time. Ooh, not even the 1800s. Built in 1792, so even before the 1800s. Very cool little, like, almost dollhouse-esque look to it. Okay, so here's the Blount Mansion. It's pronounced Blunt, so that's why I was mishearing blood, because it was like blah and then kind of cut off with a little Tennessee accent. I'm gonna put some photos over here because I did not film. The Blount Mansion is closed. It's the off season, so they're closed for like January and February. And it was very awkward getting in there at first because I was like, oh, the guy said to come here. And then I thought I meant another guy, and then it was the whole thing. But one of the main guys was like, yeah, let me check. And he gave me a private tour. So I got to go see it, and it was actually really cool. So Blount was one of the signers of the Constitution. He signed the U.S. Constitution. He was originally from North Carolina, so he signed North Carolina's Constitution, and then he signed Tennessee's Constitution when he came over to Tennessee and created Tennessee as a state. So he's kind of like all over the place. He was buddies with Washington. There was an artifact in there that Washington had given him. He was kind of this rich landowner guy who came out here. That's the first house ever built in this area. It was just like log cabin and stuff and people fighting Indians. He came out and built the first house and did some stuff to kind of bring peace between the white man settlers and the Indians, all sorts of stuff. The house has gone through so many different renovations over time, and it became kind of like this slummy area. And back in the early 1900s, the house was going to be demolished for this red brick building, the Andrew Johnson building, I think, where Hank Williams Sr. or someone died there. They were going to build the parking lot where the Blount Mansion is, and some lady said, hey, we don't want you to do that, so she paid money, and then she got support, and then they saved the house, and now they're working to kind of preserve it in as close to kind of the almost original as it was. There's been additions, but they removed any additions that like weren't Blount touched. We are over by the Tennessee River right now. This is very cool. There's the football stadium for Tennessee. There's another museum that the guy said I could go check out, but it's a little too close to closing, so I still have to go to the Sun Sphere. I haven't done that yet. We're gonna go do that, but I just wanted to show you guys that I did go get a really incredible tour of the Blount Mansion, but I was not able to film it because that was just be really uncomfortable. He was already opening up the house during the middle of the off season for a stranger, but I appreciate it. I just didn't want to film it, but I got some photos to show you guys what you guys have seen, and I told you guys a little bit of the history. So let's go to the Sun Sphere, and I can kind of end this video off or figure something out, but we're going there now. All right, so we are back at the Sun Sphere. Now we're going to see it with daytime so we can actually see the city. Now that I've been around the city a little bit, once we get up there, I will point out some of the areas that I was. the view is actually pretty fantastic. So here's the college, kind of just that way. This building right there is the ominous one that was like on the hill. So there's the hill that goes down to this street that I walked up, and I'm probably going to walk up again for dinner tonight. Here's the rest of the World's Fair. There's like the whole park, I guess you could call it. They've built buildings, obviously, where there were exhibits. My hotel is right there. The Tennessee River runs kind of right along here, and you can't see anything else. One of these buildings is the courthouse. Maybe that one or this one that I walked into that I wasn't supposed to walk into, and then kind of where that smoke coming up is, right down there is the Blount house. If you guys want some fun facts, the Sun Sphere is a unique building, obviously, because it looks like a giant dong. But it's the last successful World Fair held in America. The keyword is successful, so that's probably throwing shade at whoever got it afterwards. The band once played on the top. Vol, I learned, stands for volunteer, not for like a little mole. And it was featured in The Simpsons, which is pretty neat. Here's another view. No idea what's over there. This may be as close to Market Square as I'm gonna get. I think it's in this general vicinity. When I came up, the museum was like over here, and then they sent me all the way back for the Blount house, obviously, so I never actually made it to the market. I don't know if I'm gonna head over there. I may just head down the strip and look at all the food options that are over there. It would be cool to see it, but I don't know if I'm going to be that adventurous to head kind of in the opposite direction tonight. Change of plans a little bit. Sun Sphere is behind me. I am going to head into Market Square. I saw the college last night, and I found an extra battery, so I don't need to go back to charge my battery. So I am going to head to Market Square, grab dinner, because it's just getting 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, so by the time I get there, it'll be dinner time, and I'll beat the dinner rush. My thought process is that once I get back to the hotel tonight, I'm definitely not going to go anywhere else because my legs are going to be done. Also, nice. Speaking of 420, when I asked the guy how to pronounce the guy's mansion's house, because like I was like Blount, he was like, no, it's like Blunt, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. I'm like I'm like a college kid with my level of humor. All right, now I am in Market Square. Here's the Tennessee Women's Suffrage Memorial. You guys saw a small one at the museum. Here's what looks like a Liberty Bell, but it's just the Market House bell. And then a whole bunch of restaurants. This is like if Boston Commons, whatever the public market thing is that they have, if it were nice and not kind of fast food you would find at a mall. The downside to getting here at 4:45 p.m. is everything looks like it's closed for like the in-between lunch and dinner rush, so I may actually have to wait for dinner. But I ain't going back to the hotel because once I sit down, I ain't getting back up. There used to be an ice rink or a massive snowball fight. So just down the block from Market Square is Woodruff's. I think I'm gonna check it out. It's like a bar and grill kind of thing, so I can get a burger and I can also get a beer. I'm at a brewery. I just told you guys that, but I think I'm gonna get the IPA, see how that is. The address is 424 South Gay Street. Building next door is 422, so there might be a 420 Gay Street. You can't make this up. There's also posters of kind of the area. So there was a big Civil War parade, and like we're in this building right here. Okay, I think I called this place Woodruff's. It's actually the downtown grill and brewery, but it's in the Woodruff's building. It's pretty cool, but no one wants to see a grown man drink a beer and eat a burger, so I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope you guys enjoyed my Tennessee adventure. It was actually a lot more fun now that I got to go out and about and explore the city. Michael from the future here again today, showing up once again to try not to trample on anyone's grave. I'm in a graveyard. This is where William Blount is buried. He is one of these gravestones. I'm going to try to look for it. I don't think I'm going to find it because it's very dark, and as you can tell, these things are 200 years old. You're not going to see who any of these people were. But I wanted to tell you guys that this is where he's buried. He is the only founding father who is not buried in a original 13 colonies, because Tennessee was not one of the original colonies, and he signed on behalf of North Carolina. So he's one of these. I just want to show you guys. He's Probably one of these tall pillars out there in the center. Future Michael here. Once again, I found the grave. It was like the first one when you come into the gate, so I don't know if it's going to come up, but there's William Blount, died 1800. He only lived in that house for, what, 8 years tops. They started building it in 1792. Here's his wife, Mary, who I believe outlived him just a little bit. But yeah, he's the only founding father buried here. I already said that. I'm gonna let past Michael take it over from here. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm headed back to the hood. But yeah, I hunted this down, and I will let present tense Michael, past Michael for me, take over from here. But I will see you guys next time. I don't know what my next trip is going to be. I have an idea what it is, but work might throw something else at me. So I'm going to hold off telling you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Goodbye.